Welcome to Yury Experience, and today I want to talk with you about evil human side. I once already did a video about good and bad sides of human nature, and that most of us have both of these. Nobody only has one side. Everybody has an angel on the shoulder and a devil on the shoulder. And sometimes we listen to one person, and other times we listen to another one. And today I want to go a little bit deeper in topic of we all have something evil in us. Because in my personal opinion, a lot of people don't think about themselves as being capable of doing evil things. And in my personal opinion, each and every person, or almost each and every person, is capable of doing evil and cruel things. Society and our personal consciousness is what stops us. But more about it in a moment. Let's go. But obviously, prior to us going, I have to tell you that this is Yury Experience, and here I share my various experiences and opinions and knowledge about various topics. I do 2 videos per week, Mondays and Thursdays. I enjoy both of them. If you will enjoy this video, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel, but except for that, that's all. Also, another small announcement. I will take a break for a week, so next week there will be no videos. I just want to relax my brain a little bit. I had a lot of struggle and stress with different topics right now, so I just want to relax a little bit. So yeah, 1 week absentee me. Sorry, I think, but not really. I need it. I really need it. Let's start. Do I think that people or human beings are evil? Do I think that all of us are bad people? Do I think that humans are only there for destruction in this world? No, I don't think so. Yes, obviously there are worse people and better people in terms of different moral compasses every person has, and in terms of societal moral compass, but overall I wouldn't say that humanity overall or society overall or some big institute overall is bad or good. Because basically that's a bad thing to do. It is not a good thing to make an assumption about the whole group only because all of the people belong to one group, as long as these assumptions are not really stated by all the people of the group. For example, it wouldn't be strange to make an assumption that people from KKK or most of people, or actually all of people from KKK are racist, because that's what this organization is about. That's like main thing in it. But only because I don't think that we are evil, or we are born evil if you want, it doesn't mean that we are not capable of doing something evil, of doing something cruel, of doing something bad. And here I don't mean small things like destroying somebody's heart and saying, no, I don't love you, and that person is, yeah, you're so cruel. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about killing. I'm talking about punishing unnecessarily and in cruel way. I'm talking about beating up without real reason. So let's make an example. I think that every person in this world is capable of killing something, somebody, living being. It doesn't matter what living being. I would say even more. I personally believe that every person is capable of killing another human being. Let's go further. I do believe in that. What shall happen in order for that to happen? Context is king. It depends on what situation you are in. It depends on what situation is the world in. For example, some people not enjoy but kill other people with a lot of passion if war happens. One group of people tries to kill another group of people, and that's basically what war is on a basic level. People kill people and other people kill people back. That's overall thing. Yes, generally killing is bad. Nobody in this world, I assume, would say that killing is a good thing. Most of people who do killing, even they acknowledge it as being something bad. But it doesn't mean that people are not doing it. It doesn't mean that you cannot be in a situation where it will be necessary for your own survival, and there you will stand for the choice, before the choice. Will I kill or will I be killed? And when that choice will happen, a lot of people would actually think way less than we would assume. All of our ethical norms, moral values, everything goes away when we stand for this life or death situation. Like, everything goes away. So basically, I would say that generally people are not bad or good or whatnot, but all people are capable of doing really evil or cruel things if situation needs it, if the world or if the context is like that, if person doesn't really have a choice or another choice is really cruel itself. Like, for example, kill or be killed. Like, there's a choice. What will you choose? A cruel thing or acquiring a cruel thing? Again, I do believe that a lot of people would think less than a minute about that. If you disagree with me, which is like a normal thing to do, disagree, and if you want, you can write something in the comments. But let's make a great example that, in my personal opinion, is like best example for that ever. I assume there are more, but that is also a great example. Like, war was a good example. Let's talk about Nazi Germany. You know, Germany happened. There was a situation, there was like Nazi Germany which tried to conquer the world, and there was the Second World War. People always devilize or evilize or whatever the word German people. Like, all German people were Nazis, all German people were really bad, all German people wanted to kill Slavs or Jews or whatnot. But not everybody knew about it. That's just a fact, or at least at the beginning definitely nobody, but at some point like more and more people knew. But by the way, Nazi Germany was really good by hiding a lot of things. You can learn about that too. A lot of these camps, concentration camps, were hidden as normal cities. That's also how it was presented to UNO or whatever it was at that moment. And Nazi Germany also, like, Olympic Games were taking place in Nazi Germany. So think about it. On the other hand, ideology. Ideology is something that moves mountains. That's something that can bring people to do something that they wouldn't do otherwise. Basically, in my personal opinion, USSR and Nazi Germany are two countries that happened and developed themselves to the level that they developed themselves thanks to ideology. Like, during that time, pure ideology. And people believed in that ideology. People wanted to follow that ideology. People wanted that the Führer or the party in USSR loved them. People wanted to feel accomplished. That is why they followed the rules of that party, or actually it was party, these were parties in both cases. Basically, most of people in Nazi Germany were normal people. They were like you and me. I mean, I probably would be dead at that moment because I have Jewish roots and also Slavish roots. Doesn't matter, but overall, they were normal people, general population, absolutely normal, that had some ideology to follow. They had the context, they had the situation which they decided to follow, or yes, so most of them decided to follow that, or they flee or flow the country. It would be crazy to assume that all of Nazi people were inherently evil. Yes, some were like more evil than others, but overall they were normal people who were following the ideology. They were completely normal, who were capable of doing various things. They decided to follow this call. One more thing that proves this idea that they were normal people is a social experiment which wasn't meant to be a social experiment based on my understanding, and that's the third wave experiment which happened in USA after Second World War. I think it was in 60s. And there a teacher tried to explain why Second World War happened and like why Nazi Germany actually happened and why people followed that ideology. And during, I think, 5 to 9 days, it depends on the source, he managed to create something like a small Nazi Germany in their school. Without a lot of things just by ideology, just by saying you need to do that in order to be a good person, you need to do that to prove yourself, you need to do that to come further. That is the right thing. You can look it up. The third way, it's not something that I've managed to think about and tell you just about it. It happened. There was also a book and a movie or a couple of movies based on that, but the experiment itself happened. It was like that. People started to follow the ideology just because it was told them to follow the ideology. And they did some bad stuff, not really cruel stuff, but bad stuff. That's why, in my personal opinion, we shall not forget about evil side or evil opportunities that we have in us. Because as soon as we forget them, as soon as we think we only have a good in us, we may fail to recognize when some evil choice is happening right before us, and we'll just go for evil side, for cruel side. Overall, in my personal opinion, again, this whole idea with evil side is a daily struggle. It's something that is humane. It is humane, it is normal for human beings to have a lot of sides in them. And depending on the situation, different sides show themselves. That is why that is a daily choice, daily struggle. And based on what decisions you will make, that will be the change that you will influence, that you will create in this world. Will it be an evil change, a cruel change? Will it be a normal thing? Will it be a positive thing? Or will it be something else? But evil is always a possibility too. That's something that I want you not to forget. In my personal opinion, that is extremely important. But except for that, I hope you enjoyed this video and I see you in 1.5 weeks. Yes, have a great time. Until then, bye.